to the channel, everybody. I am Lady Nika, and with tonight's episode of Queen Sugar. Um, y'all got me. I told y'all I was in full pontification mode today, for as Ross was saying that. But yeah, I felt like doing videos today, so y'all got 4 doses of me. And for the 3 videos who are out, that's out now, I thank each and every one of y'all for coming through and showing support and watching the videos and talking with me down in the pen. We've had a good day today. I thank each and every one of y'all for the support y'all give my channel and me. I really do appreciate it. Now we're gonna talk about tonight's episode, and before I jump into the review, there were 2 major interruptions tonight as I watched Queen Sugar. The first one was my neighbor didn't know I was here, so she was coming to see if I was here. If you remember the neighbor from the story time when I told you that once me and her, she put the note in my box, said she wanted to talk, and we talked, and we realized that she was misled as to who the hell I was, and I just wasn't giving her a chance either. So now we've been cool. We also found that we had common ground with chronic illnesses. I have lupus. She has rheumatoid arthritis, and I noticed that in us hanging out a little bit, having lunch or whatever, me going over to her house. She bitch don't eat right sometimes. So I was like, girl, let me show you how to eat certain things that will cause you not to flare up so much. And one of them is teaching her a gluten-free diet. I gave her a recipe yesterday for some caramel pecan brownies, gluten-free kind, and she liked it, and so she wanted to come over and let me know. She first see if I was here. That was interruption number 1. Then interruption number 2, she actually brought a plate of them over here and shared them with me and my family to let me taste them, because I've been kind of training her how to cook a gluten-free diet, eat a gluten-free diet. So I'm teaching her different foods that she can cook that will be beneficial for her and helpful in her issue with her rheumatoid arthritis. So that's why. So if it's parts of this I'm fuzzy on, that's why. Forgive me, but I'm gonna try to give it to you the best way I know how, because I'm starting to tire now. It's time to go lay down, honey. I'm ready to take a bath and go to bed now. But this is tonight's episode of Queen Sugar, Season 2, Episode 4, My Soul's High Song Review. Okay? And we open up with Charlie making breakfast, telling Michael, child, come on now, it's time to get ready. And her and Ralph Angel are joking because she making this like liquid breakfast, and he like, child, around deep part, we do a little eggs, little bacon, little sausages, little toast, waffles, orange juice, maybe like a fruit on the side or something like that. That's what we do. Darla has arrived, and she has something for little Blue, and he comes into the kitchen to show Micah. It was some of Michael's that he had decorated. Well, Michael has been in this funk ever since he came back from that experience down to the jail, so he yells at him. In fact, it hurts his little feelings, and he goes off to himself. Now, no one said anything in that moment. Charlie was like, "Come on, let's go," because she know her brother, and she know that it don't take much to make him nut up when it comes to his son. So she apologized to Ralph Angel for Michael yelling like that, but she got him the hell on up out of Dodge. And I said that's probably what's the best thing for you to do. Now Blue is upset, like I said, he had ran off, but Darla called him back, and she had a little gift, and that kind of made him, okay. Now, by she comes into her kitchen in Hollywood up under her sink fixing the garbage disposal. We find out he done been there 3 weeks, child, and repaired everything that he could find that could be broke. He said he can't just sit around. She told him, well, go back to the rig or sit your tail down, relax, and drink a beer. Relax until I return from work, and then it's time for the living. So you're going to need that rest. Catch it, okay? It's cute, little mom. Y'all know I'm out here for ain't by in Hollywood. I'm living vicariously through their relationship. Yes, I am. Charlie is having a meeting down to the mill with the farmers, and she explaining that, showing them some of the renovations that have occurred so far, and letting them know that it's a specialist going to come in that's going to teach them how to work some of the equipment. She's trying to keep the cost down as much as possible so that they can make a profit, okay? And it's all good. Now, we see Nova down at the I guess at the newspaper she work at. She meeting up with this editor of hers, a new one, Steve McDonald, and he wants her to kind of balance out her stories, a little bit different than what she do now. He wants her to tone down her otherwise passionate, in-depth articles about the brutality occurring against blacks at the hands of the police and the mass incarceration of blacks. He telling her, look, you catch more flies with honey, and I think that's kind of like what she was trying to, what I got out of this scene was he want her to tone down. Sometimes, in order to get people to pay attention to what it is that you're offering, he telling her that she gotta basically dumb down her articles as to not offend the people that should be offended by the articles. He want her to kiss some ass. And she ain't really here for it. And she basically said that he told her, well, if you plan on doing, it, something about many newspapers that have gone out of business and stuff, and some shit, child. I didn't really catch all of that. I don't give a damn. Anyway, Remy and Charlie celebrating the renovations, and they folks going over there and had them a little bite to eat. But her rental agent called and tell her, girl, look, that place we was looking at. Well, girl, you ain't gonna be able to get that place because see, the tenant that's already there has decided they gonna go on and stay, so you can't get that place. But look, I have found another place I think would be nice for you. But the thing is, you have to come see it today. Now, Remy tell her, well, we can just cancel our plans, but she was like, no, 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 no. Why don't we just go and look at the place? You could come along with me with that, and then when we're done with that, we can go have our dinner or whatever with the rest of our day. So he agreed to that. Now, Ralph Angel out in the field saying he plans to plant those seeds that he got that money from last week, and as they are inspecting the crop, he notices that there is this something called wirefly on it, and it could be damaging to the crop. Okay, I see. Ugh. I didn't catch what all happened. If anything happened in that moment after he saw what he saw, because that's when interruption number one happened. Now I did come back and Charlie and Remy was looking at the new place. It was nice, very nice, but it was too big. It was like, girl, why you getting this big ass space for you and your son when it's just the two of y'all? Y'all ain't gonna touch some of these rooms, but if you got it, okay, whatever. Ralph Angel gives her a video call and he's showing her the contaminated crop. They need to remove it immediately, and the cost is a cool 5K. Okay. Ralph said he just got that money that came in for himself, from what she had signed off on for him to get the seeds, and he can use that. But she said, no, go on and take 5,000. Now do what you gotta do, and try to save as much of this crop as you possibly can. Do what needs to be done. So him and Prosper set off to go get the supplies necessary to get this done. Now I don't know where Nova is, but it's somewhere with this lady with these kids. I'm thinking that's her friend that was pregnant with the twins. I'm not certain. If that's not right, y'all, I apologize. Y'all can put it down in the panic section, and we'll talk about it from there. But she was anointing the kids and just covering them up and loving on them. And later on, we see she's talking to this lady, and she's saying that she probably never will have kids because she got her own family, and they just like kids to her time. And then the lady asked when she's going to write another deep piece, and she said her editor and her are not seeing eye to eye on her writing style. However, she planned on trying to find a way to win him over. And the friend said, well, that's not the only place. Maybe you can do your own thing, get somebody to back you or whatever. So that's an option that she may choose to use. Now, Darla and Ralph Angel have this talk about swimming. They arrive over there to the farm, and apparently Darla was good at swimming when she was younger. In fact, she had won some championships in high school, and he's saying he'd had no idea that she was all that deep and stuff. Well, she wants Little Blue to take some classes, but she's offering to pay it for it. Now, Ralph Angel being the manly man that he is, he don't really want her to do that, and he tells her that. And she was like, look, I told you, you got to let me help you. He said, I understand that, girl, but see, I'm a man. And I guess as he watching her facial expression, he see he needs to just back up this time. So he conceded. He told her, okay, I appreciate what you're going to do. Handle that, and thank you. So that made her happy, let her know that he is at least willing to somewhat start allowing her to do her part around here. Then Charlie's saying that if this scrubbing, now her and Remy are now at the high yellow. He's saying that if that scrubbing, she's saying if the scrubbing doesn't work, then they stand to lose like a couple million in crop. And Remy asked, well, what about that new place? She said, I think I still can swing it. And that's when he tried to explain to her, look, Charlie, now you trying to lead a group of farmers who have had, you know, mediocre success. They come from, less than situations than what you've been privileged to have. He said that place you trying to get is too big. It's places, rooms in there you might not never even really be in those rooms. Why don't you get something a little bit closer and something that's a little bit more modest? That way you will appear to be more relatable to these men. She feel like, why should she? What they should be feeling when they see how she's living is what you can do if you put hard work and determination into it. And he was trying to explain to her, girl, ain't got nothing to do with that. You want these people to understand that you understand their plight. But if they come and they see you living like this, they not gonna feel like you and them are on equal ground. They gonna feel like you up here and they down here, and that's not the relationship you want if you want to garner their support and their loyalty in launching this new sugar mill. She couldn't feel that and was ready to debate with him about that shit. When Hollywood comes into the high yellow and come over there and speak to him, and they kind of broke the argument up. I don't know what the hell they said after that. All I know is Vi had him come sit at the bar area of the restaurant while she checked the delivery man who done messed up breakfast because he was late delivering them damn eggs. Once she get through telling him about what he need to do to compensate for what he done cost her in sales that morning, we see that the restaurant is pretty much packed. You got Roberta coming to her, the hoe, talking about the bathroom. Female bathrooms are disgusting. She told her, here go the storage room key, get the clean and make me proud. Vi is multitasking like a motherfucker and still trying to pay attention to Hollywood. Then her good girlfriend come down through to the high yellow and she wants to talk about her new grandbaby Isaiah. And they quote a scripture of Isaiah saying that they love it and that's why she got the grandbaby. But then the lady asked her for something. I think it was a job in the kitchen. I could be wrong. Interruption number 2. Actually, this is, yeah, this was an interruption, but this ain't come from the neighbor. This I had to go out the room a minute. But anyway, she asking to be, I think, for a job. Okay, where in Hollywood hit it because we know he down there to the restaurant because his ass just bored. He done fixed everything around by house. He feeling useless. He want to get out there and do some work because that's what he been used to doing for the last 20 years. He somehow done slipped his way into asking for the work in the kitchen too. And Vi have to go head on because even though her man getting on her damn nerve, that's her boo. And sometimes we have to, we have to just compromise and deal with your asses when you getting on my nerves. But yeah. So she agreed to that, okay? I said, hold up, vibe. Child, your man want to be around you all day long. Okay. Next scene, I was hearing it, but I didn't quite see everything. But when I came back to the TV, what I believe by what I was seeing was that for some reason Michael hit Lil Blue and caused him to fall down. Ralph Angel got his ass pinned up against that wall to asking him, nigga, what nigga ho? What you hit my boy for? Do you know people died for doing this kind of thing? Charlie trying to push him off of her son, talking about he didn't, it was an accident. Man, ain't nobody trying to hear that fucking shit. Instead of the little thing, the little boy saying he's sorry for pushing this child or hitting this child for no really apparent reason, he grabs up his books and say he going to the loft to finish his homework. Child, I said, ain't no way. Ain't no way. Ain't no way, baby. You got Darla trying to comfort old Blue and calm him down or whatnot. Close the door. Get out of here. Anyway, later on, Ralph Angel, Charlie came and apologized to Ralph Angel for what Michael did. He said that still don't, it don't make it right. He said her and Davis messed up with that boy and that rich lifestyle, ill preparing him to be in the real world. He better learn some things. Now, child, we see We see the crops seem to be okay, but now see now that they done sprayed the crops, you got to individually go wipe this shit off of them so a fungus does not, build up and make you lose your crop. Remy say he gonna call to see who can come and help with that, and Ralph and Prosper head out to get started. Charlie saying she can't believe what they just had to do, that they gotta do this too. He said, Remy said this is normal. This is what hardworking people, field people like us do. In other words, girl, see how disconnected you is being Miss Bougie? That's all I'm trying to tell you, girl. He walked off. Now, Hollywood is called to help, but he in the kitchen messing up our kitchen. And she trying to urge him to please go help them and get him out the kitchen. She say, I'll even come by afterwards. He getting on her nerves a little bit, but, she's indulging. Darla calls Ralph and he's saying that they having a hard time. They gotta get out there now and wipe this stuff off these crops to try to save them. And he really wanted her to come by for some moral support. And she said that she was gonna try to. So when she get off the phone with him, her boss comes up and she's asking, can she leave early? And she said it was an emergency. Well, once he determined that that emergency didn't involve her son, but in fact it involved her boyfriend, he told her, you deal with your personal stuff on outside this clock. Now you gotta stay to the end of your shift, okay? Nova goes to talk to these people about backing on this. I think something she's trying to do, child. But they don't want to touch it because they feel like she's too radical. She will stir the pot in a way they don't want stirred. But the woman wished her luck and said, that's why I'm probably the only one in this office that would even take a meeting with you, because we know how you're coming and maybe you need to tone it down just a bit. Be not so combative with people to get your point across. Okay, whatever. Now, some of the farmers then gathered down to clean, the crop and gather it up. And Darla Rise Blue is excited. Now, I'm sitting here saying, girl, did you leave work or did that man let you go? Charlie and Nova, they go to talk over a glass of water inside the house. And she's asking Nova, am I bougie to you? And Nova like, girl, look. She was like, well, I feel like, that you saying that derives from somewhere. And, I'm just trying to figure out what's going on. Because me and Ralph Angel, we butting heads. We got, he Micah all up in the law. And, it's because of Ralph Angel. And it's not right because I got right to be here. It's my farm just as much as it is his. Later on by was asking how much longer they had to work in the fields. And Ralph said about 3 more hours. But she noticed there's some tension between Ralph Angel and Charlie. Okay? She said, what's going on between the two of y'all? He basically feel like Charlie be up in his face too damn much, and she tried it, and her son did too. Aunt Vi had to remind him, this place is hers as well as yours. Ernest said so. And that's when he shared with Aunt Vi the handwritten will Daddy brought along, wrote to him and Blue, leaving them everything. And she warns him before reacting, you better think about this because this won't go over well. Now, if you start this, you better be ready to see it to the end. Think about it, Ralph. Think about it. Later on, Charlie asked Micah if downsizing closer to the farm would be a problem, and he said no. They laughing and joking about the shit. Next time we know the police come, he go to open the door and see it's the police. He freeze up. He scared. I told y'all something happened to him down in that jail. Charlie answered the door. Micah scared shitless, and they looking for Ralph Angel on a parole violation, child. Mm. Now, what lie done been told on Ralph Angel? This dude just can't catch a break, but we apparently find out that there was a report of gunshots coming from the property. We can only imagine who did that. The Borderlands Landry, perhaps. Charlotte said she got a shotgun left to her by her daddy, and she shot it recently. She said she ain't used to all this creepy crawly shit, because, see, the police was still saying it still wasn't right because he ain't supposed to be around a firearm. She said, I ain't know I ain't know that was a situation. She said, look, she finessed them damn cops and made them catty ass. They told her when you move tomorrow, because she said she was moving the next day, make sure you take that firearm with you. Finesse their ass real good. See, she good at that type of old shit. Now, Charlie told him afterwards, she said, Ralph Angel, no matter what you think of me, I'm always have your back. Cause honey, believe me, they was ready to arrest your chocolatey ass. Yes, God. He go to talk to Michael. He said, look, I don't know how you grew up, you was in California, I'm in Louisiana, but I know it was different for you in LA opposed to how it was being here in Louisiana. He said, man, I've been through a lot. If you ever feel like you need to talk to someone, I'm here for you. And Michael apologized for hitting Blue, and he told him, don't tell me, tell him. He said, man, in jail we forced to act like animals, but out here in the real world we're humans and we're forced to care. He apologized for putting his hands on Micah and told him to get some rest. Hollywood comes back to talk to Vi, and he apologized for making her kitchen absolute horror. Hold on. For making her kitchen a mess and sending him to do hard labor. They laugh a little bit about it, but he said he misses working a job. She said he just restless. She said he got money in the bank and money coming. He should relax. He said he a man and he need to work. He said he loves waking up every day to her and going to sleep with her at night, but he got to do something. He asked her what her dream was like. She said she liked making people feel good with her food, but she liked to have her own. And he said, what makes you think that you can't? He told her, me and you both got some figuring out to do, but don't never feel like we too old to make our dreams become a reality. I said, yes, God. Michael apologizes to Blue. Charlie decides to live at the mill opposed to living in that big old house. She wants to be a little bit more relatable. That way she's closer to the community. And Michael said he cool with it, but they all taking shots on how long Charlie gonna be able to last there. Noah goes over to Ralph Angel and say, look, I'm glad you and Charlie made up. What we need you to understand is them Boudreaux people, they kind of dangerous. Now, Darla receives her paycheck, and her boss lets her know in that moment that's your final paycheck. He said you left the other day without permission. She begged for her job and said it was a part of her recovery. He said, you know what? Accountability is a part of your recovery as well. You have to learn that what you do has consequences and you got to suffer from them. And he tell her that's it, that's all. Go on, leave the premises or security gonna escort you out. And that's pretty much where the episode ended this week. That was it, y'all. It was a pretty good episode. I enjoyed myself. I hope you all have enjoyed a day with Lady Nika, because that's what it's been, child. Y'all remember the depth of your struggle will determine the height of your success. In the meantime, in between time, please remember to like this video, subscribe to my channel, share the video wherever you would like to share it, and also always comment down in the comment section, and I will talk back with you all. My Fuck Shit Friday posts are up on Facebook, Twitter, and IG. So if it's something you want me to talk about other than part 2 of Rob and China, because I already told y'all I'm going to talk about it, so you ain't got to ask me that. But if there's anything else you would like me to talk about, put it down in the pen, and I'll see y'all back. Next video will be Growing Up Hip Hop Atlanta. Peace.